Hello and welcome to What the Hey. Thank you for joining me to learn the answer to a question that I received. And when I go to my notebook of knowledge, I see that the question is written as, what the hey is Donald and Douglas Gaming? And this question comes from Donnie Dougie Gaming. So hello to you and thank you very much for the request. So if I had to do my best to give like a very basic summary so you have a very basic comprehensive answer to this question, I would say that Donald and Douglas Gaming is mainly known as a channel on YouTube that typically does digital remakes of like Thomas and Friends content, and aside from that, their channel also occasionally does reviews, as well as they kind of do line readings for other videos on YouTube. To kind of better answer the question, the channel themselves actually says in a portion of their channel bio that they mainly do remakes or really just videos for fun. So from that answer, you kind of get a mission statement, which is helpful. And I didn't write this down specifically, but I remember from looking at the channel bio, they also mentioned their different interests. Like they mentioned SpongeBob in there, I think Bob the Builder at one point. But the main thing that they actually focus on for their content is Thomas and Friends, like locomotive related stuff. Now, although this video is focusing on the actual YouTube channel, I did kind of want to reference some of the social media links that they actually attach and kind of reference on their own channel. Now, if you look at the available links that they list on the channel, the ones that actually work are the TikTok account, they have a SoundCloud, a Spotify, and 2 other YouTube channels. They also have a Discord like server link, but when I clicked on it, it was invalid. That just might be a weird thing with like Discord links, because sometimes I know that do be frustrating and weird, so you may want to double check on that. But they have other accounts aside from YouTube. A lot of them have to do with locomotive and like Thomas and Friends stuff. So for example, like their SoundCloud, I think most of the music on there is stuff that they've taken from the original franchise, but if not, it's a lot of cool stuff. Now, when actually going back to discussing the Donald and Douglas Gaming channel, very briefly, I wanted to go over a little bit of its history so you can kind of see when they started and where they're at currently. So according to YouTube, Donald and Douglas Gaming joined on June 10th of 2023. The channel has around 185,000 views, around 1.14 thousand subscribers, and around 241 different videos. So if this channel altogether is new to you, like most of these kind of YouTuber, content creator related videos, I always tag the person in the description, so that'll probably be the easiest way to find them if you would like to check them out for yourself. So the next thing that I would like to do for this video is kind of go over the different features of the channel. That way, if you don't just want to look over the uploaded videos, there's kind of other things you can interact with. So first and foremost, something you can kind of look into and stay up to date with would be the community posts that they do, most of which can be split up between like memes, polls, as well as updates about their life, as well as the channel. So, you know, occasionally they'll make community posts about like whether or not they should continue a series, or it's like a Q&A post, or like, should I do questions and ask me like that kind of stuff. So if you kind of want to stay up to date with them that way, there you go. Another thing you can kind of look into is the playlist section of their channel, which mainly has to do with organizing the different remake series that they do, whether it's remakes of other people's content or like remakes of actual like franchise material from like Mattel and Thomas and Friends. So if you're looking for something specific, it's probably there. Occasionally they have a few playlists dedicated to like music and whistle sounds. So once again, if there's something specific that you really want to watch, it may or may not be there in a playlist. Another thing that you can look into is watching the old live streams that they've done, and then I'm guessing they'll continue to do more in the future, but most of what they've seemed to be in the past are either Q&A, like asking questions, or just general discussion live streams. Whether or not they're like with other people kind of depends on the actual live stream, but sometimes they do stuff that is like in the moment, live stream, gonna talk to you. And then sometimes the live streams are only a few minutes, and then sometimes they're long, so it just depends on what you're able to stay for. And then another thing you can kind of look into, and they've done quite a few of these in the past, are YouTube Shorts. The oldest ones, when I look back at them, are like line readings for other people's videos or whatever, so if you kind of want to see them do auditions and stuff, that's pretty cool. But then some of the other YouTube Shorts that they do are like stolen memes from Discord and just memes in general, so if you like short stuff, that's probably like the easiest and quickest stuff to go through. However, what I will talk about now are the actual videos that they've uploaded onto their channel. I'm specifically going to mention 3 of them. The oldest, the newest, as well as the most popular, so if you want to check out this channel, but you're not sure what to watch, these are some options. So to start, the oldest video on this channel is titled Bold Out Donald and Douglas Gaming, which was uploaded on June 10th of 2023. The newest video is titled Intro for Donald and Douglas Gaming Remake Season 3, which was uploaded on March 16th of 2024. And the most popular video is titled The Holy Chaos of Sodor, which was uploaded on January 13th of 2024 and has around 68,000 views. So when starting to go into my general opinion and kind of feedback for this channel, one of the first things that I noticed as soon as I clicked on the actual profile is the fact that in the channel banner, the font for the words is in the SpongeBob font, and I like that. Because as I mentioned earlier, kind of in the channel bio, they mention that they like SpongeBob, so I like the fact that they included that in there, kind of as like a spooky secret, but I like that. I like SpongeBob, so to see someone use that font is funny. As far as the actual channel concept and like username and stuff, I think the choice for Donald and Douglas is very interesting because they're kind of enjoyable and fun, silly prankster characters from the franchise, but usually I don't see many people like feature them in content or like have them centered around their channel like completely, so it's interesting. For me, since I'm not someone who's really super duper familiar with the franchise, I'm not necessarily in the community and stuff, I do enjoy the fact that like people who can't actually have super expensive like big model railway stuff can use programs like digital ones like Train Simulator. There's people who make Thomas and Friends videos through like Roblox and stuff. So I think it's really creative and really smart to see how different channels like this actually make their videos, even though it's stuff I don't really watch. Which in general with content creation, I feel like we're at a very interesting point in time where a lot of people have tons of resources to make the kind of content that they want to create, whether or not they actually have the money to, for example, for this kind of channel, like go out and get super expensive, like quality, like high detailed locomotive sets or whatever, where they can actually just use like digital computer programs. Like I think that's cool. Like the fact that more people can create stuff, I think is really neat. So while this type of content isn't really something that I find engaging necessarily, not that that's like a bad thing, it's just stuff I don't usually watch, I just think it's still so cool that people can do it, because, especially when you're like a younger content creator, you don't really got that much money to splurge on like quality stuff to like make your videos look good or whatever in some cases, so to be able to do this kind of stuff, in general, I think is really cool. Once again, if you want to check this channel out for yourself, I will have them tagged in the description so you can watch their videos and find them directly. But I believe that is the answer. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.